The E3 podcast series focuses on various topics around real estate and facilities management. EBIZ helps organizations envision the future, enable processes and platforms, and evolve practices for continuous improvement. For our first podcast of 2025, our topic is to announce a new partnership. So welcome everybody to our podcast. EBIZ has one of the strongest data teams out there, whether it's data strategy, data standards, integrations, migration, enhanced data capture, anything to do with data. We also have experts across various market sectors and lease accountants, space planning professionals, CAD. We have other areas like that on staff. We only support the top-rated platforms in the IWMS, real estate, and sustainability markets. But today we have an announcement to make that's kind of coincides with our anniversary of being 25 this year. So it's a really big deal for us. And that's that we have become a Tango partner. And to discuss that more, I'm joined by Allison Cohen and Brett Sample from Tango. So Brett, let's start with you. Can you give us an introduction to Tango and, to those that might not be familiar with the product?
Sure, I'd be happy to, and thank you for having us here today. I guess first and foremost, Tango is probably most commonly called an IWMS, Integrated Workplace Management Solution. We have a suite of products dedicated to real estate. It really doesn't matter what industry someone happens to be in, but it's everything from the acquisition to the management of those, all the way to the disposition of those assets. Really key things we're trying to do out there is reduce the number of systems through our integrated offering, reduce the number of integrations, stop duplicate entry, and maybe most importantly, improve the reporting. It sure makes a huge difference when all of your data is held in a single system and you can count and trust on those reports. And instead of being reactive all the time, start trying to be a bit more proactive. The modules go everything from real estate, lease, portfolio strategy, transactions, things of that nature, maybe to creation of locations. So maybe project management, building something out, updating something you have, maintenance, let's keep it all running. Maybe the biggest focus in today's day and age is the workplace component, space management, visitor with the hybrid still going on, visitor management, and what's unique to Tango as well as the occupancy and analytics component. So being able to measure real-time occupancy via your network traffic, either wired or Wi-Fi. And most recently, energy and sustainability. Obviously, with the changes going on there, being able to track that in a system is key these days, not having to pay penalties. But in a nutshell, that is what Tango offers today. Tracy?
Thank you for that very quick overview because it's such a massive product and does so much. We could spend hours talking about the product. And Tango is in the Vedantics green or the Magic Quadrant, in the leaders column. So what makes Tango different that puts it there? Why is it in the leader column in this market?
I think it's a really good question. I think first and foremost, the breadth of the offering. A lot of IWMS companies traditionally have 3 or 4 pillars, right, underneath the offering. Tango, a couple through acquisition that's now integrated into this the software, but mostly created in-house. As I mentioned earlier, that occupancy component is unique. The energy and sustainability being tied into the building, the location record that's central to all of our applications. So that's probably one of the key things. The second, I would say, is probably expertise. And that is meant in a number of ways. One is leadership and the company itself. Our leaders have been in the industry a long, long time. Additionally, the implementation team itself, we've got over 100 people implementing today, averaging over 10 years as well. So able to not only implement well, support well, but also tons of development resources allocated to it. Focused on cross industries, so not just one component, everything from Fed, SLED, higher education, corporate, retail, all of those. Maybe the two most important, one I think would be innovation. We are a single code base, multi-tenant application. It's hosted, of course, at AWS and Azure. But key thing is customers get 12 updates a year, and there's no redoing anything when you get to push those. It's the second Saturday of every month. So customers of Tango can be assured that they're going to get new feature functions continuously without downtime, right? So they're not going to have to redo anything of a project to bring it back up. Maybe most importantly, those new features are turned off by default. So when you come into work, it's not a brand new system on a Monday and throws everyone off kilter, if you will. Lastly, I guess the ability to be successful, buying a solution, as you well know, as you guys have been implementing forever, buying a solution is only a component of it. Being able to implement well, being able to provide after go live, the support and training that goes along with that, the customer support, are key elements. And we've made a lot of changes in our organization over the last 3 or 4 years, focused solely on that. But I guess those are the things I would say differentiate us today. I don't know, Allison, if you had anything to add on that.
No, I think you did a great job.
So, EBIZ takes very seriously making a commitment to support any platform, any product. And we selected Tango, of course, as someone to add into what we offer, just because of the things you're talking about, Brett. It's just such a powerful, versatile platform out there, and it's been in the business for a long time now. And we really are excited about that commitment. And so Allison, to you, kind of what value do you see eBiz bringing to that Tango community?
Well, first of all, I've really enjoyed getting to know you and the eBiz team and learning about eBiz. And we've just been really impressed with your 25-year history of being a trusted advisor to your customers and just being a high quality, reputable firm. And that's what we look for first and foremost in a partnership. So we're honored as well that you selected Tango to extend and offer our solutions and capabilities to your customer base. But in addition, as Brett mentioned, we have a wide variety of products that fulfill the full real estate life cycle. And with that, we have customers that are all different sizes, from very small to very large, all different industries, and all of them have their own unique requirements and service needs. So, for partnership, we really need partners that we can trust, that have specialized services or areas that can support the customer on their life cycle journey. And what's needed, for example, for a small corporate customer on space management is going to be very different than, let's say, a very large retailer using lease management. So we really rely on our partners to just add that extra level of expertise to help them on their journey. One of the things we really like about eBiz is, as you mentioned, is you have expertise in space management, lease administration, lease accounting, projects, change management, FM. So all of those things just really align well to the Tango offering and make eBiz just a great addition to our partner ecosystem.
Great. Brett, it looks, do you have any comments that you'd like to add to that? Because I really agree with what you just said, Allison, too. I think we have a good chemistry as two companies that we've discovered as we've gone through our journey together, really, of working together and collaborating on us coming into the fold, if you will. And I think we have really good chemistry between our teams, and it's going to lead to success. And Brett?
Yeah, I agree with everything Allison said. Maybe two things that I would add to it. One, I guess one of the things I admire most about your organization and your team is the care that you put into customers. You are a true partner with them. You wouldn't still be doing business 25 years later if you were one of the firms. And unfortunately, there are quite a few out there that are, maybe more focused on making money and less about, ensuring a win for both yourself and your customers. So again, I quite admire that about how you guys operate. And kind of tied right along with that is the knowledge of your team. Some implementation service providers try to go with maybe a lower cost kind of staffing to be able to provide the work. And while there's nothing wrong with that, one of the things I know you guys bring to the table is the experience of your team, the strength that they bring to any implementation or endeavor they're doing with, potentially a Tango account. It's certainly going to help the project, give it every chance of succeeding. So definitely those two things are key things that I think make you guys stand apart.
Well, I think if you bring a product like Tango, a quality product, a quality team, and you bring the eBiz professionals that you're talking about, the people who have technical expertise, but they have business expertise. We have a really strong data team, and you put us all together, and it equals success for our customers together. And I really think that's where we're going. And appreciate both of you taking the time to join me for this conversation and announcing our partnership. It's going to be an exciting 2025 and beyond for us. And looking forward to it, guys. So thank you.
We are as well. Thank you, Tracy.
Absolutely, we are as well. Yes. Thank you so much, Tracy.